You're live. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. If you're watching this on the playback again, you have about 16 minutes before we'll start the actual program. 16 minutes. So if you're watching this on the replay, there you go. Fast forward 16 minutes. If you're not, and you're tuning in here for Saturday, April 4th, you're just going to have to deal with it. Deal with me babbling is what you're doing, all right? Let me know if you're getting hooked up there, Mobridge Pier. And looks like the rest of the stations are on Mumble here. So far, so good. What's happening in your world here? Slope County. I better get that text message here is what I need. Was it a text? I can't remember. What the heck did I get? And I have no idea what the Tiger King is. So, morning, Karen. Hope everything's going well in Mobridge area for you, in Selby area. Okay. I could have swore I had in a message. There it is. There it is. Southwest District Health Unit. In coordination with the North Dakota Health, North Dakota National Guard, Law Emergency Management, or local rather, a pilot project to further flatten the curve and slow the spread of COVID-19. Slope County has been chosen to participate in the pilot project to be tested for COVID-19 at a drive-through location today, folks, at the Amadon Community Center at the Slope County Fairgrounds today from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mountain Time. All Slope County residents encouraged to participate regardless of exposure or current symptoms. Yeah, so there you go. That's what I'm going to be doing today, getting tested for the COVID, getting tested for the 19. So yeehaw on that. So there you go. A pilot project. Why Slope County? I don't know. Is there like 70 residents in Slope County? I don't know. Who knows? So there you are. Get to stay in our vehicle. It's a drive-up traffic control directing you to public health expert. Ooh. They'll give you a mouth swab from the comfort of your own vehicle. But they say car. I don't know if I'm allowed then because I'll be in my pickup. And the following day, you'll receive a phone call with your results and be given further instructions. So they can do this testing in a 24-hour turnaround. Yeah, thanks, Darren. Good luck. If I get it, I guess. My concern is I'm not sure if all these experts are swabbing everybody's mouths. I don't know if I want them dicking into mine, so I guess do my civic duty as a Slope County resident and go get tested. Yeehaw. Maybe I could Facebook Live that. Show people what it's like to get a... I thought they had to go up through your nose for that damn thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Mouth swab. Just be careful who's giving those free mouth swabs. Here, there's a few people in Hazen that like that kind of thing. Hey, I'm going to get Kurt Shirado on the phone line. So, let's see what he's got going on. You guys will even hear me dial this, baby. That's loud. It's the call that pays. Let's see if he's around.
Hello.
Morning, Kurt. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. And you?
Not bad. You're live on YouTube right now, so just to let you know.
All right. Well, that's good. Nothing bad's going to happen or be said anyway.
That's all right. Waylon Turnus, good morning, buddy. Yeah, Waylon just tuned in to the tube. Waylon. Well, Kurt, I get tested for COVID-19 today.
I was going to ask you if you're in that program.
It's the pilot project, baby. Slope County. And why Slope County? Because we have the least amount of residents in any county in the state of North Dakota.
Is that what it was?
I'm guessing. I don't know.
I was wondering. I saw it's you in one other county someplace I saw last night.
Oh, I didn't know there was another one. Okay.
Yep, yeah, there's two of you going through it. I don't remember where it was though.
Yeah, one of the local guys got it, tested positive, and so
okay.
they're probably get on top of it. But they're giving us, I mean, we get a mouth swab from our vehicle, and then they call us the next day. So evidently, it's a pretty quick turnaround to find this stuff out.
Well, that isn't what I was hearing from the other test. So I was glad to hear that because I thought, boy, if my symptoms come up, I'm not even sure I want to hear how I was hearing they stick a swab all the way up in your sinus.
That's
someplace.
exactly what I heard too. But this is the email. The email I received was, it says, well, you'll hear this when we start the program because I'm going to let other people know too. It says, once you arrive, you'll see traffic control directing you to a public health expert who will give you a mouth swab from the comfort of your own vehicle. The following day, you'll get a phone call with the results.
Awesome. No, I did hear that too from what you guys were going to go through, but the previous test, I don't know, maybe they're coming up with easier, better, ways. Yeah. I hope things get easier and better for everything and everybody.
Right. Yeah, I sure as heck don't want somebody to stick a freaking cotton swab up my nose. So I've had my nose broke so damn many times fighting that they better have a flex swab is what they need to get up my damn nose.
Yeah, I don't know. I just hope it works. I mean, it's not a good thing for everybody, but maybe if this goes good, it'll make it a lot easier for people to, I don't know, maybe it's a good thing. If you could get that going and get everybody tested quicker, sooner than later, it might be a better thing to prevent. I mean, you'd know who has it for sure. There's always people running around in the back of their brain thinking, do I have these symptoms? Well, and maybe they're mild symptoms. Who knows? Right. I don't know.
And you think to yourself, I mean, where was I that I could have possibly been in contact with any of these people? But like I was listening to a radio show yesterday morning, feeding cows, and they had a guy at Baker, Montana. He said, so some guy from Dickinson goes down to Marmouth and driving through, and he stopped at the smoke shop and he picked up Mountain Dew, and he had it, and then he touched the cooler or whatever, and he got it and on his money, and then you say somebody from Glendive's coming the other way and stops in there and picks up a Mountain Dew, and you get his change back, or whatever like that he already touched. He says you could be cross-infected by somebody you don't even know.
Oh, exactly.
And, I mean, yesterday I had to stock up on salt and mineral, so I went and got everything stocked up just in case we have to be locked up here at the ranch forever.
Right.
And who knows? I mean, I could have had on the gas pump or whatever.
Oh, geez. It's invisible, so nobody knows. I mean, it's amazing. I went into a store to grab a few groceries a couple of weeks ago, and it's amazing what you touch.
Yeah.
Just coming back to your vehicle. I mean, your wallet, your credit card, your shifter, your steering wheel, your handle, the inside handle, the outside handle. You're wiping everything, and you just don't know. It just takes one thing. So.
I went to the post office to mail my testing some bulls from genomic stuff for bulls. Morning, Chuck. Good to have you down in Pierre. Thanks for letting me know. But anyway, I went to mail that, and it was like $1.40 or whatever. So I gave her $2, and she sneezed and then grabbed change and handed it to me. I'm like, you can keep that. She says, we can't legally keep it. I said, then throw it away. I ain't fucking grabbing that shit. Like, are you kidding me?
I don't want it. Yeah, it's crazy what it's gotten to. Absolutely. I don't need that right now.
Yeah, so anyway, it's a coronavirus-free show this morning so far. We don't know.
Right.
Who knows?
Let's hope we all stay free from it long enough for something to happen in a positive form anyway.
I wonder if a guy should just get it. And what was that country I was reading? Was it Finland or Sweden or one of the two? They just let people do what they do. Didn't put restrictions. And they're already on the
Oh, really?
They're on the downswing of it already.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I read. Whether or not it's true, who the hell knows with reading stuff anymore,
Yeah. I have a Facebook friend that I went to high school with down in Bogota, Colombia. She said people were just dying. They're putting bodies out on the streets, and people are just coming by and picking them up and getting rid of them.
Where's this at?
In Bogota, Colombia.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to high school with her, and she said something, an old friend from way back when. She said it was kind of gloomy down there.
Yeah.
But
Columbia.
Yeah, all kinds of worldwide stories with it, and not too many good ones either, I'm sure.
Well, you look at some of them. Like, what was that? They were doing that story on Spain and all these coffins in a gymnasium, and then they busted that, and it was a picture of something from like 3 years ago from somewhere in the United States. Yeah, it was a whole big hoax. They're just using different things, and so what do you know to believe anymore?
Sure. Yeah, you don't. Nope, you don't. Yeah, and I guess there's such a scare across the world that the guy don't know what to believe, what to do, what to say, what to think.
Yeah, I agree.
So go on trying to live a halfway normal life and be a little cautious with some things, and
it's tough. I mean,
try and stay positive.
It's affecting even us way out here in the middle of nowhere, man. I mean,
sure,
got to call ahead for certain vaccines or what have you, and milk replacer and all that good things that you might need, and either they're not working or the store's closed or you have to make an appointment. Well, you know how that is when you have a calf that needs it right now and you're 2-hour round trip to get to town and back.
Kind of amazing a little bit what a guy has taken for granted, the conveniences of this and that have been there for us as the world turns a little bit. But
I think what did Game and Fish just cancel? I seen something.
I saw I know some tournaments for April and May they canceled.
Yeah, I know the archery and the schools thing is done. Yeah.
I talked to a friend in Washington State. He said they closed fishing, period.
Really?
In the whole state.
Oh, paddlefish snag season. That's what it was.
Oh, snag. Oh, yeah. That's kind of those guys are usually shoulder to shoulder up there. So
yeah,
that may make a little bit of sense there. I don't know. I've fished a few times this spring. There was just two of us in the boat, my brother and I, getting away, but hopefully they keep that around. I guess I'm seeing a little sense in it. I'm gonna probably do that off and on. That's about the only thing I've been doing other than at home, and we are still open at work, so I have to go to work and sanitize and be safe and lock gates and treat people at curbside service and do the best we can with that.
Yeah, all fishing tournaments in April and May are closed. There are no plans to cancel the fishing season, but paddlefish snag season is canceled. Yeah, paddle fishing is closed. I just got the text. Yeah.
Like I said, that I guess you're gonna have some. Obviously there's all kinds of debate and talk, people to people, but I guess I would probably agree with that one as much as I love the outdoors and want to do things, but that season is too.
That's great. Like you said, there's a lot of people in a small amount of area.
Yep. Yeah.
And everybody's helping everybody.
Yep. Yeah, that too. Yeah. But things are all okay out west?
Yeah, so far so good. Calving season, we got some pretty nice weather here, except for the last couple of days was a little bit chilly. But
did you get it? Did you get the snow and stuff, or just cold temps?
We had cold temperatures, but we had maybe a half inch of skiff of snow.
Oh, geez. I'm just looking out. I'm out in the garage working, and I got a lot of snow out here. The streets melted off right away, but we got
completely brown.
I say 4 or 5 inches for sure, and some of it drifted pretty hard. It's cold this morning.
Yeah, I didn't even check what our temperatures were. I haven't gone out and fed yet this morning.
Yeah, I don't remember if I saw 10 or 18. I saw one of the two temperatures this morning, but it's pretty chilly.
15 with a 3 to 3 above wind chill right now, but it'll be 50 degrees today down here, so that'll be nice.
Yeah, and we're supposed to get that tomorrow. Not quite 50, but yeah, we're on the upswing of everything again. Everything's going to get good again. But
I hope so.
Little blast. I got my lawn power rake the other day before this stuff, so hopefully some of this moisture will melt in there again. And I had so much vole damage. That's something you can put out there. Ask anybody if they have a cure to get rid of voles.
Well, right after my show, you need to call in to Dan Cashman and get the Cashman Nursery. I don't even know if they're back or
everything.
they're back.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure who's open or available. And I'm not sure that would work or not. I suppose they could.
I think they might not be because I think there's only 2 people allowed. I know in the KFYR studios. So,
Sure.
Todd Mitchell and I believe that Jesse, the news guy.
Okay.
Can't remember his last name. All right, well, we got 40 seconds here. We're going to get started up, so I'm going to turn you down, and we'll get rocking and rolling, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Stand by. Stations. We'll give a time here. We'll have 30 seconds on Mark. 30 seconds. Henry Blake's wrong KFYR, man. All right. Let's get all my stuff ready. 10-second stations on Mark. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday edition of Dakota Prairie Outdoors. Good to have you along here across the great northern plains. KCJB all the way up by Minot, North Dakota, KLTC in Dickinson, KFYR in Bismarck, North Dakota. In South Dakota, we're on KOLY in Mobridge and KGFX in the capital city, Pierce, South Dakota as well. Good morning. Good to have you along here in the Dakota Territory. I'm Scott Bachmeyer, your host for the next hour. We get to talk outdoors, and it's still a COVID-19 free radio program as of this morning. Hey, thanks for all my watchers on YouTube. I know you have to put up with my ugly mug, but well, that's what YouTube is. So thanks for tuning in and liking my channel. And the more likes I get, the more I can start doing. Hopefully this summer, I'd like to be doing these live from the fishing boat, but we'll see what happens here in the next couple months. Speaking of COVID-19, Slope County residents, North Dakota Slope County residents, that includes me, Southwest District Health Unit in coordination with the North Dakota Department of Health and the North Dakota National Guard. I don't know why we need them. The local emergency management and conducting a pilot project here to further flatten the curve and slow down the spread of COVID-19 in the state. There was one gentleman tested positive in Slope County. So today from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Mountain Time at the Slope County Fairgrounds, from the comfort of your own vehicle, it is a free, no-charge test. All residents of Slope County, that is, encouraged to participate, no matter what your exposure or current symptoms may be. Once you arrive, you'll see traffic control directing you to the public health expert who will give you a mouth swab right from your vehicle, and then you'll get your results in 24 hours. They'll give you a call back. So that is today from 10 to 2 in Slope County, and that does include every resident of Slope County. If you're not a resident of Slope County, it doesn't, don't go through it, okay? They have a list, and they're going to ask who your name is. Hey, other than that, Medicine Rocks Angus Ranch annual production sale coming up April 24th. It's still happening, and they did a little change this year. They went with frontierlivesale.com. So if you're looking at possibly bidding on some bulls from Ekalaka, Montana, or maybe all the way from Nebraska, you can do it on frontierlivesale.com, or you can call myself. As I'm one of the sale representatives, I can sure do some bidding for you as well. That's April 24th, and no lunch. I know it says on their flyer, lunch to be served at noon. Well, the state shut that down, so no more lunches are going to be held. So there you go. 85 head of bulls, 70 head of heifers, fancy commercial heifers, that is. So there you go. Sale is still on, but we're going to be doing things a little bit different. If you have any questions, you can sure contact the mail-ins over in Ekalaka, or you can contact myself anytime. My phone number, 701-425-6651. The Erlacher Angus Ranch is having their second sale this year. They had one in January. Now they're coming back in June at the Bowman Auction Market. Cross our fingers, we're still able to have bull sales in June. And 18-4-month-old virgin bulls right here. These are Greg and Mary's of what happened, the later calving ones. So they kept them until they're 2 years old. So they've never been offered for sale before. Some people think, well, that's the ones that he no-saled. That's not correct. These are brand new virgin bulls, 25 heading to be sold. So there you go. If you have questions on that, you can sure contact myself as a sales representative on that too. What else? Excuse me. A big thanks to Helena Fertilizer over in New England yesterday. I had an issue with a pallet of mineral, and I stopped there, and they fixed me up. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. My guest today, let's get to the radio program, Talk Outdoors with Kurt Shirado from Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV. Good morning, Kurt. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you. And you?
Well, I'll be better in 24 hours to let me know if I was in contact with somebody with the COVID or not. We'll see how it goes. But Slope County, yeah.
Let's hope everybody is.
Well, I hope so. You know, North and South Dakota, both states have been doing, I think, a great job of keeping everything pretty much under control. I know it sucks for businesses, though, man. I mean, some of those businesses that have been closed, it's really affected, especially in a small area like where I live, too. I mean, some of these people have kind of rely on that income coming in. So it's going to be interesting to see what it does here economy-wise, doesn't it?
Yeah, and everywhere. I just obviously there's people talking around the world about things, and up here being a smaller community state kind of thing. Right. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people affected. There's not too many companies probably in the nation or world that are really going to thrive from this. That's for sure.
Pharmaceutical.
Yeah. There's a few things. We actually tried to come up with a list of who might, but unless you're making a ventilator or some type of mask or gloves or something. So,
yeah. It'll be interesting after today's testing here at the fairgrounds for me. It'll be interesting to see what they recommend if you do have to go out in public. Like you said, grocery stores are an essential business. I understand that completely. But as well as I do, if you go shopping, you're touching a lot of stuff that other people have touched. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's I don't know.
There's a lot of different things that people are doing and saying and trying, and grocery stores are tough. No matter if you get it delivered or not, there's still people touching it somewhere along the way. And the scary thing is there's just so much unknown that nobody's ever going to know where the virus comes from or transmitted through what and where. So a lot of people taking a lot of precautions, which is good.
A lot of stories out there, a lot of articles to read, but you don't know if what's true. Hey, on the outdoor side of things, this came out yesterday. The Game and Fish is canceling in North Dakota the upcoming paddlefish snagging harvest season due to the coronavirus pandemic. And of all the things, I think that's a good move, don't you? I mean, that fishing, paddlefish snagging, and you're shoulder to shoulder with a whole bunch of other people. So probably a good call.
I mean, it is. I hate to say that, but there are going to be certain things that, and obviously everybody's got their opinion about things, but like you said, everybody's standing side by side. When one person hooks up, there's other people lending a helping hand, and there's a lot of closeness involved with those guys out there. They're piled into a smaller area, so I would have to agree on that one.
Yeah. It just makes sense here. Try to do what you can, right? I mean, we all say that, but
for sure.
Next Friday is turkey season opener here, and we're almost up to our first break here because I had to do my COVID-19 talk. But turkey season coming around the corner, and that's still open. Although not a lot of people really hunt together when it's turkey season. I don't see much of that. You see, that's mostly, for the most part, you may be hunting with one other person. You guys always hunt with somebody because you're filming, but
we do.
For the most part, I don't see that being a big deal. I guess everybody's sitting out in the blind or doing something all by themselves.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of, everybody can go do it the way they want to do it. And like you said, there's not a lot of teaming up on things like that. So, and if it is, hopefully it's a spouse or a son or something that you're already family orientated in your house together anyway. So it's really no different that way. And heck, for that matter, it'd be a great thing now to get out and do that because not a lot of options.
You're all cooped up,
bottled up in your house, and try and get out and do something like that. That's a good thing.
Also, if you want to help somebody fix fence and that you're COVID-19 free, it's a great way to make some landowner relations right now. Hey, Kurt, we're up against our first break. Stand by. We'll come back. We'll talk turkey. We'll talk fishing. I know you guys are in Canada, so we'll talk that. More coming up your way. KGFX in Pierre, KOLY in Mobridge. We have KFYR in Bismarck, KCJB in Minot, and also KLTC in Dickinson, along with my YouTube family. It's under Dakota Prairie Outdoors Radio. Have yourself a good one. We'll be back right after these messages coming up.
From big loans to small personal loans, you can bring your dreams into focus with Dakota Community Bank and Trust. We make getting a business or a personal loan so simple, you'll want to work with us time and time again. With competitive rates, we offer personal, ag, farm, business and commercial loans, home loans, and more. Stop into your local Dakota Community Bank and Trust for a quality hometown community banking experience we pride ourselves in. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
We want amazing innovations to drive progress for generations. We want jobs and careers for generations. We want American energy production that protects our land and the wildlife for generations. Today, the advanced technologies deployed by the North Dakota oil and gas producers are making that happen. And with the promise of emerging technologies, the energy of North Dakota has a very bright future for generations to come. This message is brought to you by the North Dakota Petroleum Council. To learn more, visit energyofnorthdakota.com. The Urlacher Angus Ranch is having their second production sale. You heard that right. June 1st at the Bowman Auction Market, Bowman, North Dakota. Greg will be selling his 18 to 24-month-old bulls that were late calvers. These bulls have not been offered for sale before. 25 head of quality bulls just in time to get out the pasture and cover females. For more information, you can find them on the web or on Facebook, Urlacher Angus and Sales. Again, Urlacher Angus Ranch, Part 2, second production sale, June 1st, Bowman Auction Market. Medicine Rocks Angus Ranch annual production sales coming up April 24th, 1 p.m. Mountain Time at the Bowman Auction Market. Selling 85 head of bulls, and you don't want to miss out on 70 head of fancy commercial heifers. I talked to the folks at Medicine Rocks about getting those genetics not only out of the bulls, but those heifers that'll give the producer maternal productivity.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a cow that can go out and do it year in, year out, be very consistent in bringing in something average, if not above average, and I expect them to do it for 10 to 15 years. Consistency also equals longevity, and that means good bags, good feet, good disposition. Bringing in something with efficient pounds, I expect her to not be too big, but still drag in a 6 to 700-pound weaning weight calf in the fall, and we expect them to do it as long as possible.
For more information, go to MedicineRocksRanch.com or find them on Facebook. Medicine Rocks Angus Ranch annual production sale, April 24th at the Bowman Auction Market. Piper's Western team of Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby would like to invite you to sit down and talk about the future of land planning. Whether you're looking at selling, buying, or options to hand it down to the next generation, Andy and Jim will lay out all of the options for you. It's a great time to buy or sell, and with interest rates to make it profitable. Piper's Western team, Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby. For more information or land updates, go to pifers.com.
Looking for a home loan? Dakota Community Bank and Trust has an experienced team of home loan professionals ready to put their services to work for you. We've been recognized statewide multiple times as a champion of affordable housing for mortgage lending. Therefore, we believe we are the best place to get a mortgage. Stop into your local branch or visit dakotacommunitybank.com to find out what their mortgage team can do for you. That's dakotacommunitybank.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Western Frontier Insurance. Agents that understand you, your needs, and the community. Whether you're looking for coverage on your farm, ranch, home, or auto, you can trust that Western Frontier Insurance will find you a combination of price and coverage that works for you. No fancy jingles, no talking boxes or animals, just good neighbors helping to keep you covered. Western Frontier Insurance. Offices in Hazen, Washburn, and Wilton. Piper's Western team of Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby would like to invite you to sit down and talk about the future of land planning. Whether you're looking at selling, buying, or options to hand it down to the next generation, Andy and Jim will lay out all of the options for you. It's a great time to buy or sell, and with interest rates to make it profitable. Piper's Western team, Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby. For more information or land updates, go to pifers.com. The Medicine Rocks Angus Ranch Annual Production Sale, April 24th, 1 p.m. Mountain Time at the Bowman Auction Market. New this year, you can bid on the internet. Sign up at frontierlivesale.com or call any of the sale representatives to bid for you. Go to medicinerocksranch.com or find them on Facebook for more information. 80 head of bulls and 70 head of fancy commercial heifers at the Medicine Rocks Angus Ranch Annual Production Sale, April 24th, 1 p.m. Mountain Time at the Bowman Auction Market. 5 seconds, stations, 5 seconds. Welcome back, everybody. It's Dakota Prairie Outdoors Saturday edition, coming in with music from Benny Paulson. And YouTube, I do have permission for it, so there you go. I got it. Welcome back as we get to talk outdoors with Kurt Shirado from Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV. Kurt, you and I were just discussing a few things here about what's open and closed in North and South Dakota, and fishing tournaments in North Dakota are closed April, May. They're going to have to be probably rescheduled. And same in South Dakota. They're going to be all previously scheduled fishing tournaments will be canceled or rescheduled by the event organizer down that way too. So, and one thing in South Dakota that we were just looking on their website, you can get a refund for your tags if you mail them back to the Game and Fish. So that's kind of a unique. If you're worried about traveling and you don't want to go deer hunting or something this fall, look at there. Kind of a unique way.
Yeah, and who knows what's going to happen by late summer and fall. We, hopefully things are good by then. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's an option for everybody to do that.
Yeah.
I think I'll hang on to mine.
I'm hanging on. Yeah, I'm hanging on. I put mine in, so we'll see if we get drawn or not.
Yeah. Hopefully we get it right. Yep.
Well, you said you're not much of a turkey hunter, but you got them right in your yard and right in your house, huh?
Well, it's not that I don't, and I was saying too that it's just been a while since I've gone in the spring, and I remember it awfully exciting sitting there with a bow, especially. We sit in the blinds, and I know John and Levi will be out again together doing that thing, but I always figured I didn't dedicate enough, enough time to it. I figured I may as well give it to somebody that really wants it. And
yeah.
I'll save my time and go out on the river and.
Yeah, instead of keeping the tag in your pocket, you allow somebody else to probably make use of it. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the way I look at it, I guess. Even though I love to eat them, love to hunt them, but just a fine line there. I always spent more time on the river in the spring, and I just forced myself to get in the blind and go sit there. But I'll save it for somebody that really wants it, or take their kid out and get it. But it's exciting, no question about that. When they come strutting in and you got a bow in your hand, and they're 5 yards, 10 yards away, and then you miss them. It's amazing, but it happens.
You know what? I was talking to John about this a couple of weeks ago about how the southern states, they just freak out about turkey season. It's just absolutely, it's like a religion to those guys down there.
Yeah, but I think those guys are, they're callers. They have to. The woods is so thick down there. Those guys learn and do it from a young kid. They learn to call them in and go out and they, it is different. We have some friends from down south that we used to hunt with quite often up here. Yeah, it's just amazing the passion those guys down south have for it compared to us. It always seems to be more of a nuisance bird, and people just go out and shoot them. And there's a lot of openness up in this part of the country, so it makes it a little easier to find them, see them, and hunt them sometimes.
Dirty birds, as a lot of people call them. So
yep, for sure.
But if for folks that don't know Kurt Shirado, he's you kind of love to go fishing, and you do a lot of it. You just got back from Canada. You went to Canada. What was this, a month ago or so, or what was it? Yeah,
it was. In fact, we were planning to go back. We actually left some gear up in Canada yet. So one of these days, months, or weeks, or something, I'm going to have to get back up there because, we were going up there pretty regularly through the winter, and then all this stuff started getting more serious and more serious. And before we knew it, from the span we came back the last time to the span we were going to go up, they shut the borders down on us, and now we're faced with this. But no, we have a good time up there, and I know Jason and I like to like the adventure of it all. If you guys have never done it, Lake Winnipeg, you know, from Bismarck, it's a 6-hour drive for us, so it's not terrible, but I don't know. It's always adventurous up there. You got to be prepared. There's a lot of things that go wrong. But the fishing, I'm not sure. I'm not even a huge ice fisherman, but something up there is awfully intriguing, and I think just not knowing when those big fish are coming is what keeps a guy going back. And my biggest fish in my life came that last trip up there. It was, and
how big?
Kind of in the middle of nowhere, right at 13 pounds.
And that's a big walleye.
And only in 3 feet of water. Yeah, it was 3.1 feet of water under the ice, the middle of the afternoon. It really kind of wasn't prime time or nothing, but I looked down at my, actually, it's kind of a funny story. I was sitting back. It was getting pretty slow. Kind of, these guys, Jason went out investigating, looking for something in a different direction. We had some other friends. They were in another area, and kind of sat against the tent in there, and I was going to try and take a nap. And I just couldn't get my eyes off my graph. You know, I'd kind of close my eyes and I'd look down at it. And here I have a Lowrance graph, so it's kind of nice. You can, if anybody that fishes open water, you know what I'm talking about. But there's a scroll speed that goes by, and I looked down, and here it was ready to go off the screen, and I saw a fish mark on there. Nice. So I thought, oh no! I reached over, grabbed my rod, jigged it a few times, and whack, he hit it. And you know, I knew it was big, but boy, when I got him out of the water, then the blood started pumping when I saw how big it was, because I'd been trying for that fish for 6 years up there, so I was pretty excited.
Yeah. Question comes in, says, how's the filming while you're up there doing that?
Well, that's awfully tough, because the big fish are far and few between. But so we you know, the last couple times up there, we haven't. We usually just you know, you can catch fish, and the numbers are good up there, very good. I mean, we had, I think our worst day was 24 fish for Jason and I think our best fish was like 54 fish in a day. But the big fish are far and few between. This year was pretty tough. You know, I had a good day. That same day, I had a 28 1/4, and then this one was 31. So I had a great day, but those two fish were, you know, 4 hours apart, and there's not a lot happening in between there. So there's a lot of downtime. It doesn't make for the greatest of filming, and usually the weather is usually sub-zero temps, but it makes it awfully tough. Everything's tough up there. I don't know why. It just is. Tough on equipment, tough on all your gear. It doesn't matter if it's your fishing gear, your travel gear, everything. Things just break up there.
So you said you're catching up to 20-some fish in a day. What's the limit in Canada?
It depends what kind of tag you buy. The actual non-resident licenses are pretty cheap. You can buy a couple different licenses depending on how many you want to keep and or bring back across the border. We don't go to catch fish. I mean, to bring fish home. Everything we catch, we release. We do the license we buy. It allows us to keep 4. And we may catch a limit of 4, you know, and or Jason's 4, and keep 8 of them and clean them and take them back, and then we'll eat them at the house or something, you know, for the night. But honestly, in all the years we've been up there, I think I've brought 3 fish home, and they were all mounters. Jason brought 1, I brought 1, and another friend of ours brought 1 about 3 years ago. So we don't go up there to bring fish home, but yeah, they're good eating while you're up there, that's for sure.
31-inch walleye, I would say are you going to get that one mounted or what?
I am. Yep.
So.
Have the guys at Dakota Taxidermy take care of that. Yeah, I mounted one of my first walleyes ever over 8 pounds, and I've never done one since. So I told myself if I get one over 12 up there, I'll keep it. So
text comes in. It says, "Why are the fish so much bigger in Canada?" Is that true? I mean, are they that much bigger?
Well, I don't know. It's just probably you know, these fish are ancient in fish ages. They take, from what I've known, you know, the cold water areas of Canada, their growth rate's a lot slower than ours down here. But I don't know that they get the pressure up there compared to down here. This Lake Winnipeg is monstrous. I mean, it's 100 miles long and 20 miles across, and it's a big, vast nothing. It's just a bowl. There's no structure or very little structure on the lake where these fish hang out. The neat part about it is the Red River flows right into it. So there's that always attracts the fish on the south end of that big lake up there. But
say we're up against the break here, Kurt. I'm going to have you hold on to that thought, man. We'll come back after the half-hour break here. We'll talk more fishing, and folks can call in 888-9-DAKOTA. That's 888 and 932-5682. We'll be back after these messages.
From big loans to small personal loans, you can bring your dreams into focus with Dakota Community Bank and Trust. We make getting a business or a personal loan so simple, you'll want to work with us time and time again. With competitive rates, we offer personal, ag, farm, business and commercial loans, home loans, and more. Stop into your local Dakota Community Bank and Trust for a quality, hometown community banking experience we pride ourselves in. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
We want amazing innovations to drive progress for generations. We want jobs and careers for generations. We want American energy production that protects our land and the wildlife for generations. Today, the advanced technologies deployed by the North Dakota oil and gas producers are making that happen. And with the promise of emerging technologies, the energy of North Dakota has a very bright future for generations to come. This message is brought to you by the North Dakota Petroleum Council. To learn more, visit energyofnorthdakota.com. The Erlacher Angus Ranch is having their second production sale. You heard that right. June 1st at the Bowman Auction Market, Bowman, North Dakota. Greg will be selling his 18 to 24-month-old bulls that were late calvers. These bulls have not been offered for sale before. 25 head of quality bulls just in time to get out to pasture and cover females. For more information, you can find them on the web or on Facebook, Erlacher Angus and Sales. Again, Erlacher Angus Ranch, Part 2, second production sale, June 1st, Bowman Auction Market. Medicine Rocks Angus Ranch annual production sale is coming up April 24th, 1 p.m. Mountain Time at the Bowman Auction Market. Selling 85 head of bulls, and you don't want to miss out on 70 head of fancy commercial heifers. I talked to the folks at Medicine Rocks about getting those genetics not only out of the bulls, but those heifers that'll give the producer maternal productivity.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a cow that can go out and do it year in, year out, be very consistent in bringing in something average, if not above average, and I expect them to do it for 10 to 15 years. Consistency also equals longevity, and that means good bags, good feet, good disposition. Bringing in something with efficient pounds, I expect her to not be too big, but still drag in a 6 to 700-pound weaning weight calf in the fall, and we expect them to do it as long as possible.
For more information, go to MedicineRocksRanch.com or find them on Facebook. Medicine Rocks Angus Ranch annual production sale, April 24th at the Bowman Auction Market. Piper's Western team of Andy Murdoch and Jim Savvy would like to invite you to sit down and talk about the future of land planning. Whether you're looking at selling, buying, or options to hand it down to the next generation, Andy and Jim will lay out all of the options for you. It's a great time to buy or sell, and with interest rates to make it profitable. Piper's Western team, Andy Murdoch and Jim Savvy. For more information or land updates, go to pifers.com.
Looking for a home loan? Dakota Community Bank and Trust has an experienced team of home loan professionals ready to put their services to work for you. We've been recognized statewide multiple times as a champion of affordable housing for mortgage lending. Therefore, we believe we are the best place to get a mortgage. Stop into your local branch or visit dakotacommunitybank.com to find out what their mortgage team can do for you. That's dakotacommunitybank.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
Western Frontier Insurance. Agents that understand you, your needs, and the community. Whether you're looking for coverage on your farm, ranch, home, or auto, you can trust that Western Frontier Insurance will find you a combination of price and coverage that works for you. No fancy jingles, no talking boxes or animals, just good neighbors helping to keep you covered. Western Frontier Insurance. Offices in Hazen, Washburn, and Wilton. Pfeiffer's Western team of Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby would like to invite you to sit down and talk about the future of land planning. Whether you're looking at selling, buying, or options to hand it down to the next generation, Andy and Jim will lay out all of the options for you. It's a great time to buy or sell, and with interest rates to make it profitable. Pfeiffer's Western team, Andy Murdoch and Jim Sabby. For more information or land updates, go to Pfeiffers.com. The Medicine Rocks Angus Ranch Annual Production Sale, April 24th, 1 p.m. Mountain Time at the Bowman Auction Market. New this year, you can bid on the internet. Sign up at frontierlivesale.com or call any of the sale representatives to bid for you. Go to medicinerocksranch.com or find them on Facebook for more information. 80 head of bulls and 70 head of fancy commercial heifers at the Medicine Rocks Angus Ranch Annual Production Sale, April 24th, 1 p.m. Mountain Time at the Bowman Auction Market. All right, stations, 5 seconds, and now 5 seconds. Welcome back, everybody. Dakota Prairie Outdoors on a beautiful Saturday morning here in the Badlands of the Dakota Territory. Loving it. Self-isolated for many, many years and enjoy every bit of it. Although I do have to talk to some of my cows. They spend a lot of time touching each other. Maybe that 6-foot thing. Kind of see if we can get those a little bit better there. Kurt Shirado from Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV is my guest. And Kurt, I don't know if the cows will listen because when I feed them, that 6-foot rule goes out the door pretty quickly there. So
I'm sure they just give you a moo and move on.
They don't even moo anymore. They're so big and they're ready to calve. And Jason, your fishing buddy said, before we went into the break, when you were talking about getting your a 13-pound, 31-inch walleye here. He said it was the best text message I've ever received from Kurt. He said I could feel his excitement through the text. He was 5 miles away, and it was so awesome to see his excitement when he got back. It was just a great day altogether. So that's pretty cool.
It's always what guys get out there and do. I guess that's why we go up there too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to stop the next trip or the trip after that, but it takes a little, I won't even call it pressure, but just a little relief off you every time you go up there. Now you got that one under your belt and you just keep getting after it. And I don't know. It's all exciting one way or another. But yeah, that one got my blood pumping a little bit.
Text comes in from Wayne. He says, ask Kurt how he cooks his wild turkey.
Well, I think you and I were talking about that.
Yeah.
For me, my favorite, it's very, very, very simple. I use the same batter I use in my fish, which is like a Louisiana Cajun. You can buy it at the grocery stores. They got different flavors of it or whatever. I usually flay the breasts off, cube them up into chunks, couple like a little 1.5-inch cube maybe, and batter them and deep fry them. And they are super. They're very, very good that way. I've had one tough turkey in my whole life, and it probably never should have been. It seemed like it was a younger bird, but after that, I mean, it really didn't matter. We've always thrived on it. We've also deep fried them too, the whole turkey, if you want to take the time to pluck it.
Yeah.
Another great way to do it, but a little more time consuming, a little tougher to do, but those are always good.
Hey, what else are you going to do?
In deep time.
What else are you going to do when you're stuck at home, right?
Yeah, plucking a turkey right now seems a little easy going. That we all should have the time to do that if you get one.
He says, Wayne said, for the most part, they're not a real good eating bird, usually tough and dry, like he said. But, I love them. I do. My in-laws, I tell you what, they have, and they inject them. Okay. And they inject them and then they have this homemade brine that they do, and they throw them in a 5-gallon bucket and put the lid on for, I don't know how long. I need to get their secret on how to do this stuff, but besides injecting and then brining them, and then we put them in the smoker, and my father-in-law smokes them. And then, oh man, you want to talk about real good eating turkey, man. I tell you, it's really good. So I've never had
just need to experiment.
Yeah.
They need to experiment with that. Like I was saying, to inject them, put a little olive oil on it, a bunch of seasoning on the outside, some type of a rub, and just be careful. Dropping them into a big deep fryer it's fabulous.
Yeah.
It really is. Or now Nowadays, you could throw it on a Traeger grill or something and do that.
Right.
No, it's super. There's a lot of people that still complain about antelope meat, and I mean, you talk to any of my friends, and antelope meat is our favorite. So
yeah, I'd
there's a lot of
love pronghorns. You bet. That's good stuff.
for sure.
But the key to
I
pronghorn,
actually took some out for tonight.
see, the key, I feel the key on pronghorn, especially if the weather's warm, is get it gutted and skinned and cooled down the fastest possible way you can. And
Absolutely.
that seems to make it a lot better. Now, the one bird I have never been able to make it taste good is grouse.
Well, I'll tell you what I did. It's kind of an old story because I haven't done it in a while. But a good friend of mine and I, years back, we used to hunt. We used to go down to his parents live in Napoleon. So we'd go down there and we'd make it a duel. You're kind of going to laugh at this teamed up duel. What we used to hunt is we'd go out and hunt crane in the morning and grouse in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't hunt crane. We loved it, a blast. But our grouse, what we would do, usually that early in the year, you get a lot of young ones. We would take all those grouse back. Again, I'll make it short. Just flay the breasts off, cut the breasts into strips. Like maybe 3 pieces, 4 pieces down the length of the breast, and just take that fresh meat and buy some type of a fajita marinade type thing, and just simmer them in that, and make strips out of it that way, and get all your fixings for fajitas or tacos or whatever, and we'd have grouse fajitas, and they were fabulous. Yeah, really, really good. I haven't done it in years, but yeah, we used to wait for that every September.
Jesse says crock pot and cream of mushroom soup. That's all it takes. I disagree. I had plenty of pheasant. Many years I lived on that same recipe with pheasant because but you ain't gonna do that with a grouse. With me, no way, no how. That's just a waste of a good can of soup.
One simple thing that I've not had fail, and I got to give credit to my wife. She makes fabulous roast. Every animal I harvest, every wild game, whether it's whitetail, mule deer, elk, antelope, I get roast cut out of it, and I got them in my freezer. I'm standing out here in my garage right now. I got probably 10 roasts in there from this last fall from my animals. Doesn't matter what species it is. My wife is fabulous at them, and I have the neighbors over every Monday to eat them. Never a complaint, never tough, never a wild taste to them.
Right.
She sears them real quick, puts them in a crock pot. She puts some flavoring on them. I don't know, a little bit of seasoning and slow cooks them we go to work in the morning, come back in the afternoon, and they're done. And my roasts have been fabulous, but again, it's all her cooking them, but nothing difficult.
I love
great roast.
Man.
Yeah.
Text comes in and says Cajun shore lunch and fry in olive oil. There
you go. Yeah, there's recipe cooking wild game is a whole new debate or talk all on its own, and I think there's everybody out there is going to have. They're not going to like this, but I tell you what, I could probably make it good, or the next guy could make it good for you. But there's always a good way to make something out there.
Yeah. Well, you and I are lucky. We got wives that know how to cook real well. And I tell you, we live on everything that we raise and or shoot here at the ranch. That is our meat source. So it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
The only thing that we don't, there's the only thing that I do buy, and that is the Chipotle garlic bacon from Cloverdale. And that I mix in with sausage. I mix it in with burger. I mix it in with pretty much everything. So
that is good. We most recently, I should say, my wife don't eat wild game. She'll eat fish, but not the venison, which I do year round. It's going someplace one way or another. But we have the last few years we've been buying a quarter beef, and beef is still a treat for me because I've ate so much venison. I mean, every weekend we're gone in the fall, we're either eating deer steak, deer sausage, something off of some type of venison. So some real good hearty homegrown beef is actually really good for me.
No, well,
I'm a steak eater. I'm a meat eater, period. Just call me the meat eater. Yeah, I love it.
and as a rancher, thank you. Keep buying beef. Buy
Yeah,
more of it,
for sure.
straight from the rancher. That even helps. Another text message.
That's what I do.
You know,
for sure.
I don't think anybody's going to get me to try any more sharp tail, because this guy says medium rare sharp tail on the Traeger. Make sure the silver skin is trimmed. He says it's better than a sirloin. No, I don't know who you are. No. Here's the one.
I'm not going to go better than a sirloin, but I would try it, and I'm pretty sure I'm not a fussy eater. My wife always makes that comment that I'm pretty easy to please when it comes to cooking, but I don't know. I'd venture out and try it. That's for sure.
Here's the one recipe, Kurt, that I have for a sharp-tailed grouse.
Uh-oh.
Is
I'm
just like you said, you cut the breast, you fillet the breast out, and then you cut it up into strips. You wrap chipotle bacon around it. All right, you put it in the oven until it's done. You pull it out. You unwrap the bacon, you throw the grouse in the garbage, and you eat the bacon. That is the only recipe that I agree with.
I'm going to agree with the whole thing, other than I think you can make that work one way or another. We do a lot of wraps with Cloverdale bacon.
Yeah.
We'll just cut the bacon in half. I don't care if we wrap little venison chunks or bird or turkey or something. You can wrap anything in a piece of Cloverdale bacon, throw a little jalapeno in there.
Yes.
And it's pretty amazing.
You know, we went.
And that bacon, the bacon is good. It's moist. It's juicy. So it's going to help a lot of things taste good and stay moist.
Greg Siemens listening in his tractor down there. He says he can fix you up with the beef if you need. So
nice.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I got real good. Isn't sharptail considered flying carp? We call it prairie carp, is what we call it up here.
Yeah.
Prairie carp.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: is I enjoy going out and hunting grouse. I really do.
Sure.
I mean, it's fun. Sure. They're fast. You have to put on a lot of miles to get them, and there's very, and that's all we have over here. We maybe have like 1 or 2 pheasant down on the Little Missouri River, and they look worse. They probably taste worse than the prairie carp, but we used to have quite a few people that come out and go grouse hunting, but it seems like that's an older generation type thing where those guys aren't doing it anymore, and the younger generation just want to go pheasant hunting.
Yeah, I would agree with you. And, the funny thing you said that, it just brought back another quick memory from this last fall. And I think we talked about this, I drew a North Dakota antelope tag this past year, and spent a lot of time out west, a few weekends scouting and hunting and whatnot. I saw more grouse out there than I was pleasantly surprised at the number of grouse I saw.
Yeah,
and we just scouted from the vehicles, high hills. We did some walking out on some high points, vantage points, and glassing and stuff. But I saw plenty of grouse.
Yeah. I don't think the numbers are bad in this area with them anyway. I guess I see them every day when I'm feeding cows. I mean, they love coming in and picking what they can out of the rest, what the cows leave behind. Yeah.
We were somewhat in your area, a little bit further south probably, but anything from Bowman, south and west, we saw plenty of roadside grouse, and we actually stopped and talked to the warden down there one time. I don't know if that was a weekend of hunting or scouting or whatnot, but I remember seeing plenty of them, and thought, guy could have come out here with a shotgun and have plenty of prairie walks out there. I enjoy it. I enjoy any good hunt. You and I have shared some in the past. We've talked about it, but we all want to harvest something at the end of our day. But a good long walk in a day, whether it's for a grouse, whether it's pheasants, a duck hunt, a goose hunt, antelope hunt, it's all good stuff. And we're pretty fortunate up here to have all that opportunity.
That's one reason a lot of the dog trainers are bringing their dogs up this way to train all the time. And you see it, I see it every summer. There's a few horse trailers that come over on some federal land, and they get their horses out and they start working their dogs. And they say that the grouse out in this country are plentiful. It makes their dogs work a little bit. They said, and then when they go back to pheasant hunting, the dogs are like rock stars. So I guess it works out for some people are utilizing it, but they're not shooting them. They're just training dogs with them.
Right.
And I don't know, if that can be considered harassing animals or not. I have no idea.
Yeah, I guess I don't know either.
Yeah.
Good question.
Different way of looking at it,
you're
possibly. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Well,
I
what do you got coming up this summer? I mean, barring the COVID-19 shutting things down and not allowing us to do anything, let's take that out of the picture. What do you guys have going on this summer that you got?
Well, I mean, it's some of it's going to be a little bit of pleasure and a little bit of business, I guess. But we were just talking earlier. They did cancel some tournaments. We have a big tournament on the Missouri River that just got canceled. That I'm thinking, gosh darn it, I don't know. We got to be in about our 18th year of doing that, maybe, or something. I'm not sure, but it's been a long time. I'm going to guess back. I'm looking at something in my garage. It probably started in about 2002.
I hope you're not looking in I hope you're not looking in your freezer and still have fish from 2002.
No.
Okay.
No. I have a plaque dated from back in the early day of it and whatnot. But so yeah, and that'll be the first year they don't have that. So right now, just I doing a little bit of fishing in the spring here, depending how this thing all goes. Some of my favorite times are in June and July up on the big lake, which anticipating a good year up there. I hope the small businesses around the lake are open and they get a lot of support from all the cities that travel there and all the locals and whatever else. So that's always a big thing to look forward to. I'm thinking going into Canada. John talked about, bear hunting and stuff. I don't think that's going to be happening.
Yeah, I don't think so
unless
either.
things really, so it's going to be a flip of a coin. I mean, it's fishing season right now. So for the next 4 months, and like you said, putting some of this aside, if things go well, yeah, I'll be hanging my hat in the Triton boat and just trying to do a little bit of river fishing and some lake fishing, and I enjoy it up there. I enjoy the time and the time away on the water. Those nice days are always real relaxing towards the late afternoon, and some of the days like now it's awfully chilly going out on the water. But I don't know. It's nice to have the option up in North Dakota when you can kind of see all 4 seasons go by, and then you can hunt, you can fish, you can trap, a lot of options. So.
Any new equipment for fishing wise this year that had come out that catch your eye, or is it all how can they improve any more on a lot of this stuff anyway?
Well, electronics are huge. Lowrance is always doing stuff. Every 2 years they come out with new models, and even myself have been involved with Lowrance for a lot of years. There's the technology is so advanced that even myself and a lot of other anglers buy the stuff, but we don't utilize it. It's kind of like your computer or whatnot. You utilize a small portion of it. So electronics are always an upgrade. I'm actually working. I've been with the Pure Fishing Company, Berkeley, for a lot of years. Some new rods, some new walleye rods out this year that I'm actually staring at my boat. Very pleased with some new equipment there. They're always putting new rods out, new reels, new versions of this and that, and tweaking things a little bit, making things lighter, more convenient for the angler. The new Fenwick rod right now I'm playing with is called a World Class rod. I'm loving it. Spent a few days on the river with it, a little bit last fall playing with it, and liking that. Boats and motors are always, changing. Prices are going up like everything. So, no, it's always fun. Fishing, there's so much stuff, so much gear that, it's almost a little different than hunting because there's the tackle aspect of it.
Yeah.
The rods, the reels, the electronics, the boats, the motor. And when you talk tackle, there's just always stuff changing, always new things coming out, new baits. Berkeley has a bunch of new plastics out this year. And, guys in plastics the last decade have really shot through the roof, and have been not sure why it wasn't a big thing years ago. It kind of was, but nowadays plastics are a huge thing. For the walleye guy anyway. I mean, that's what we deal with mostly up in this neck of the woods.
Yeah.
So there's always new baits coming out. They have some new champ minnows out now. They look real. I mean, they look like a real minnow. Are they going to work better? I'll find out here soon.
Got to test them out, man.
Yeah, it is. That's the fun stuff about it. I mean, they keep throwing new curveballs at you, and you just go out and try things and I don't know, have fun with it, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Kurt, I appreciate you taking time out of your Saturday. I don't know if busy or not, but I appreciate it as we're coming up against the end of the show here as we bid farewell to you, man. Thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Kurt Shirado with Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV. Thanks for tuning in all across the upper Midwest and the Dakota Territory. KLTC in Dickinson, KFYR in Bismarck, KOLY in Mobridge, also KGFX in Pierre, and KCJB, Minot, and all my friends on YouTube. I appreciate you tuning in and taking part of the conversation. Have yourself a good week and enjoy. I'm going to go get tested for COVID-19. Check me next week. See what happens. All right. Thank you, stations. Appreciate you guys having me. Have yourself a good day. Kurt, we're still live on YouTube. So there you go.
All right. That's good.
So there you go. I appreciate you again taking your time.
Yeah, for sure.
Talking. You know what a guy could do? I should find a wild game kind of a chef, because I think there'd be a good interest in going through some recipes and what have you.
Oh, absolutely, there would be.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody does it, cooks it, and everybody's got their good stuff and their not so good stuff that you have, and you dislike carp. I was going to say grouse. Come up with some good recipes for that, or people don't like antelope. I'll give them an easy recipe for that. You know, so yeah, it's always a good thing. We all eat it. I mean, 90% of us that hunt or fish it eat it. So.
Right.
And for me, some of my easiest. My best recipes are my easiest ones. I don't like difficult stuff. If I got 10 ingredients to go in it, I don't cook it. It's got to be just a quick this or that, and then I'm eating it.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do with my venison tonight on the Traeger is simple. Put a little blackened Saskatchewan over it, put a probe in it, and cook it to about 135 degrees.
That sounded racist, man. Blackened Saskatchewan? That's racist.
Well, it is probably. It could be, but it is a heck of a seasoning. It's a Traeger seasoning, even.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like a spicy blackened. I don't know where the Saskatchewan comes in on it, but it's just like a blackened seasoning. A lot of pepper and hot stuff in it, and I coat it over my my venison over the backstrap of it and throw it on the grill with a probe in it, and it's been fantastic. Yeah. So that's my recipe for tonight. It's a no-brainer, and it's delicious. So yeah, I'm gonna go do my COVID-19 home workout right now. Can't go to the gym, so I'm gonna go do a little relief of stress downstairs, and then I don't know after that. Probably more cleaning.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go let you run here. I got to go get some waters checked.
All right, buddy.
Cows fed and all that good stuff. So thanks, man, for coming on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Take care of you, your family. Wish everybody good luck down there in Slope County on their testing. And hopefully we get some good results from that and some knowledge learned and pass it on to everybody else.
Yeah. All right, man. You have yourself
a
good
buddy.
weekend.
Have a good one.
You bet.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Bye.
YouTube, hey, thanks for hanging with me. Appreciate it. Keep hitting that subscribe button. I don't know how they do that sometimes in the films, wherever it is. Some people say hit that subscribe button. Keep doing that. Appreciate it. Have yourself a good one. See ya.